Hi, I'm Ali and welcome to Clips by Maya Brown. Today's episode is about fair use, an exception in copyright law that permits reuse of protected material without getting permission from the rights holder. Before we look at fair use, let's explore how creative works are protected online. While you may have heard of copyright, it's not a universal concept. The law in this area varies from country to country. Therefore, creators of online content need to be aware of the legal position applicable to them. So what is copyright? In general terms, it's a type of intellectual property that allows creators to control how their works are used by others. Online, copyright naturally attaches to many forms of media, including photos, literary texts, videos, and music. It is this right that allows creators to protect their work from unauthorized acts, such as copying and editing. However, the digital age has brought new challenges for lawmakers. As the internet grows as an outlet for creative content, copyright law is struggling to keep up. Nowadays, what many consider to be normal behaviour can in fact put you at risk of copyright infringement. Let's pretend I'm excited about a new movie, so I share the trailer on social media. Or perhaps I cover a song, streaming my version on the internet. Would that be copyright infringement? Maybe my blog is looking dull, so I upload a photo taken by someone else. All of these situations, I'm dealing with copyrighted material that doesn't belong to me. For example, the trailer is protected in parts. Depicted scenes will attract rights as film recordings and dramatic works. There may be literary copyrights in featured text. And finally, the sound and music will be protected too. Without permission to use all of these parts, my decision to share the trailer may infringe the owner's rights. Of course, studios are well aware that the internet can be an extremely effective way to market their movies. Bearing that in mind, wouldn't the filmmakers want me to share their trailer? Well, not always. Let's look at those scenarios again. This time, let's pretend the trailer we uploaded is received badly, causing a PR nightmare for the filmmakers. What if the cover song we recorded turns out to be more popular than the original, and as a result, the original artist doesn't sell many records? Or perhaps the photos we uploaded were particularly scandalous, causing the person featured to take action against the photographer. The point is, without permission, you can never be sure how the copyright owner is going to feel about use of their work. Even in circumstances where they seem to benefit, it is ultimately up to them if they want to restrict what people can and can't do. However, you may be aware that in limited circumstances, it is possible to use another person's work without their permission. To do so, you need to rely on an exception to the law of copyright. The most well-known of these exceptions, and perhaps the most misunderstood, is fair use. In broad terms, fair use can apply as a defence to a claim of copyright infringement, in cases where the new work provides commentary or critique, is made for research or teaching purposes, or if the intention of the new work is to report the news. The law in this area is rarely black and white, and relying on fair use can be tricky. However, in some cases, sharing online media is easier than you think, and you may not have to rely on fair use at all. With the growth and popularity of Let's Play videos, game developers are starting to make their position on the subject clear. How a particular developer feels about the gameplay recordings can often be found in a license published on their website. The license will likely explain what is permitted and what is not when it comes to using elements of the game. By checking the terms, we know, for example, that the developer doesn't mind us showing the footage on screen now. At the time of filming, the license for Minecraft said you can do whatever you want with screenshots within reason. That's it for this time. In the next episode, we're going to discuss open source licensing and how it's used to let others build on and share their work. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.